Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome on a Monday night. Today was a different Monday, different than usual Mondays because we had a holiday here in the United States. And with the holiday, the banks were closed, the stock market was closed. So there wasn't a lot of trading really going on. So tonight, it's kind of more like a Sunday night than a Monday night. So we're going to talk about that in this video. We're going to be looking at price outlooks for Dogecoin and other cryptos as well. And maybe there'll be a few other surprises thrown in as well. If you are here live, put some messages in the chat and I'll be glad to talk with you. If you're watching this on the video, because all of my live streams become videos on my channel, where were you on a Monday night? You weren't with Chris here live. You come on live here and you can chat and ask me questions. We can talk about particularly how the trading is going now, what the outlook looks like, and all of that. Always give a like, please. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button as well. Certainly appreciate that. Let me drop down into the corner here so we can get the chart nice and big. We start here by looking at the Dogecoin chart. And what do we have here? We've got sideways trading most of the day. We would not typically see this on a Monday. Very low volume. And look at the MACD here. See these greens and reds? Just not much action at all until this evening. So this evening, we started to have a little run up. A little run up was good. Came up to about 8.88. And then we retrace back down. So right back where we were. So this is sideways trading. And when we look at that, there's just not a lot of excitement in the Doge world right now. So let me zoom out a little bit. We'll go to the 30-minute. And what do we see in the 30-minute? Well, last night we were here talking and we were down in here. We were looking at sort of the lower part of this sideways channel between 8.5 and 9 cents. So this is where Doge was even the night before that when we were on live. We were up here in the 8.8 range. And so last night back down in this 8.6 range. And now tonight back up in the 8.8 range. So it's still just kind of sideways. And the other thing that I'm looking at is where Doge is trading in relationship to its 200 moving average, and this is the 200 bar on the 30-minute exponential moving average here, with Dogecoin trading a little bit above. We go to Bitcoin though. Bitcoin is way above here, way above trading. So in relationship to Bitcoin, Dogecoin not really trading as well there. And it gets even worse when we go out to the day or the hourly, because we look at the hourly and we've got a bigger spread here, Bitcoin to this 200 moving average. And where is Doge? Doge is just hugging it. So just not trading as well. And that's not only Bitcoin that has a much wider range here between this 200 moving average and where it's trading now. Algorand has a big gap here. Ethereum has a bigger gap here. SHIB has a bigger gap here. So they're all trading much higher in relation to how they've been trading for the past number of days as Doge. So Doge just looking a little lackluster, trading sideways. So what's going on there? Well, we look at this Dogecoin price prediction, and the big question right here is, do the bears have the upper hand? So Doge is up 5% on the overall week, but shows resistance current levels. The bears could induce a 20% decline for Doge if market conditions persist. So this article is looking from a bearish point of view on really looking into this week ahead and seeing some negative sentiment. And with that, we could see the crypto market come down. And for Doge, that there could be a drop as well. Of course, there's always the invalidation of the bearish thesis, and maybe Doge could hurdle up over 9 cents and maybe get up to about 9.2. So that would be a target there for Doge if we see a little, if we see upward movement and break through that 9 cent resistance. That 9 cent resistance has been pretty strong. Here we had a few days ago where Doge looked like it was going to come above it, and maybe that would become support, but that was rejected, and Doge traded hard back down. And with that, they were liquidating some long leverage positions. That's how Doge gets manipulated and liquidates those. Trading with leverage, always a challenge with crypto, so you got to be careful there. But since then, pounced off 8.5 cents, had a nice steady gain then over a couple days, back up into the upper part of this sideways channel. So that's where Doge has ended up. And that was following this deeper drop that we had back to 8 cents we had on the 13th and 14th of February before coming up and making this new channel between 8.5 and 9. So that's where Doge is trading now. He goes on to say, Dogecoin price up 5%, but there are barriers it needs to overcome to justify a bullish bias. And currently at this 8.7, I mean, they're looking at the 21-day moving average, 8-day moving averages, and it's all just trending really sideways with little price action right now. So slow weekend, they have the holiday today. Additionally, Dogecoin just isn't one of those coins that experiences a lot of Asian trading lately. So we see a lot more of the Asian trading. We'll look at VeChain, of course, that's benefiting from that, but even Bitcoin and some of the other leading alts. The Asian buyers are buying them, but not so much Doge right now. So, and when Doge doesn't have these other catalysts to push it up, then what we see is this sort of laggard trading sideways and the potential for a drop, which we've seen in some other coins that we'll take a look at as well. So considering these factors, the bears could have the upper hand, could be setting up for a move toward January's low of 6.9 cents. That would be that 20% decline right there. So that's what this article is looking at. Do the bears have the upper hand? Here's Dogecoin price prediction. Doge shows signs of price growth, but are traders barking up the wrong tree? Again, another look at, Doge can create this excitement, but when the excitement isn't happening, the investors go looking for other projects. Maybe they're not selling Doge and going to other projects, but they're just not doing much about it. And any new monies that come in, they start, instead of buying more Doge, they're buying other cryptos. And I'm guilty of that as well, too, because I'm diversifying and I'm buying into other projects right now. But what that means is if Doge is staying pretty level and you have other projects, other coins that are going up, then Doge becomes more of a bargain. So buying Doge then, in comparison to others that are already up, then Doge hits that a target where you're looking at it in relationship to other coins, and you're like, I'm going to buy more Doge because I'm going to make more money on Doge when the bull market comes. So that's what you can always look at, because that will come with Dogecoin. That will come. And why is that? Well, one of the most critical factors driving interest in Doge is the support of high-profile investors and celebrities. Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, been a vocal supporter of Dogecoin on social media, even suggesting it could be the people's crypto. And then you've got Mark Cuban also expressing support for Doge. While celebrity endorsements are not necessarily a reliable indicator of a cryptocurrency's long-term potential, they can help raise awareness, increase demand for the coin, which could drive up its value. And that's what we've seen with Doge. So the more kind of that support that Doge has, the more it's out there in social media, that is good for that celebrity support, particularly with Elon Musk. But another factor driving interest in Doge is its strong community of supporters. That's right. Unlike many other cryptocurrencies who are backed by a small group of investors or companies, Doge has a large and passionate following of individuals dedicated to promoting and using the coin. This community is helping to drive the adoption of Doge and could continue to support its growth in the future. So that's what you have on Reddit and Twitter, and big following for Doge. Very vocal, strong community. The Doge family and just a big group supporting Dogecoin. So that's kind of the outlook there for Doge. Hey JH, how you doing? Waiting for my subs to go up during the next bull run. Yeah, I'm just now kind of enjoying just watching what's going on, keeping updated on a daily basis, and then we'll see things take off again. That's going to come. But right now, having fun. I'm posting little shorts during the day of different things because there's not much to talk about with Dogecoin right now to make whole separate videos. So just kind of having fun with the YouTube channel, slowly growing some support. And then, when the next bull run takes off, we're going to be having a lot of fun. But right now, we're looking at the charts, seeing what's going on. Not too much Bitcoin, 24.9. Cannot get above 25,000. Solid support up here at 25,250. When we zoomed out on this before on the 4-hour, we saw that support goes all the way back. Well, let's go to the daily on that. And that's where that daily support is there at 25,250. That's from August. So that's this red line here coming across, and we're revisiting that. But Doge or Bitcoin isn't there yet. Just really can't quite stay above 25,000, just like Dogecoin can't stay above 9 cents. So that's the sort of those price positions where they are, and with that strong resistance, you get one of two things happening. You get continually rejected, which is what's been happening so far, and eventually there's going to be some negative news, and you're going to get, instead of this continuing bouncing off, you're going to see some rejection back down. So that's typically what we see when you just sort of get the sideways trading. We started to have this before down here at 23,000, trying to get above 24,000. There was a rejection, came back and hit 21.6, and then took off back up over 24,000. So these are the daily candles of Bitcoin coming up. But we could also see instead, we could see Bitcoin come up over 25.2, and then instead of dropping back below it, that becomes support, and then Bitcoin takes off above from there. So that would be the bullish indicator of the trading of Bitcoin that we would see. And once Bitcoin gets up above 25.2, and then that becomes support, then easily Bitcoin could make it up even to 27,000. It would probably just keep rising up. It wouldn't even stay stuck in the 26s because there's no other resistance there. As we zoom out, there's just no other resistance at that level. The next resistance is going to be up here, like 28,000. So that's what the charts are looking at right now for Bitcoin. But in the shorter time frame, we do have a lot of other things to look at, a lot of other things that are going on. A couple of coins are making moves right now. One of them is Crow. So this is the Crypto.com coin. Big gain this evening with Crow. I own Crow just because I was trying out all of these different exchanges, and we'll be talking about exchanges later this week on one of my live streams. Crypto.com was one that I tried out, and I probably started it about a year ago, and I've got Crow on there, and it's staked, so I earn more Crow on that, as well as you go through and you do the little missions and things like that, and you scoop up a little Crow here and there. They have an education piece that you can scoop up a little more as well. So Crow's had a nice run here over the past day, and particularly this evening, a big pump up for Crow. So yeah, that is so that's good to see that not everything is going sideways. So that's Crow. And the other one I was watching this evening is Ethereum Classic. That's right, Ethereum Classic making a little pump this evening. So you never know with ETH Classic, right? It's just one of those that it's going to take off when it takes off. But these little pumps are happening. And so I have a little ETH Classic too in my portfolio. So that's the thing, is you put it all into Doge, and Doge is just trading sideways and not going anywhere. It's just not as fun. So I bought a few other coins as well. But right now, those are the two that I see that are pumping a bit tonight that were in my portfolio. Some other ones I'm kind of waiting to see for new buy positions. One of them is Jasmy. Jasmy's kind of been up and down after a previous run. Right now, still holding above 0.007. My buy position for Jasmy, if I go back to the 4-hour, is when we were looking at it down here around 0.006. So we were doing some Jasmy charting about a week ago, and I'm still looking at buying into Jasmy for the eventual big run that it's going to go on, but not up here in the 0.07 range. I'm going to wait for the 0.06 range. So that means there would have to be a little retracement going on. But we could see that, but we'll see about that. And then the other one we're going to talk about in a little bit is going to be SHIB, and where the price outlook is of SHIB. A lot of interest because of this Shibarium. Is the Shibarium a real thing or not? A lot of people are curious. It's supposed to be this beta release of Shibarium, and still a lot of uncertainty. So instead of SHIB really taking off, I mean, it took off back here in anticipation of Shibarium, and then it just sold back off because nothing happened, and it's been trading sideways. So not a lot of activity with SHIB. You would think there would be more excitement, but there's a little uncertainty as well. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But then here's Doge, just kind of hanging out right now, going a little sideways. So what do we got? So we do have, hey Jack, we do have dollar cost averaging, right? So if you're just buying a little bit here and there, whether on a weekly or a daily basis, you don't care about this price action, right? Because this is all short-term stuff, right, Jack? It's just short-term. If you zoom out, you go to the weekly, and you say, well, I mean, Doge could be 40, 50 cents. So whether it's 8.8 or 8.5, that doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter, because Doge is going to be back up here someday, right? Just like we're going to have Bitcoin back up at 69,000. Could happen. A lot of people talking about Bitcoin going even higher, 100K, 200K. Bitcoin could lead the whole next bull run. We've seen little signs of it, particularly if regulation is in the United States is like beating down other cryptos as securities, and Bitcoin is not a security. That could certainly help it as well. So yeah. So we always have that. But DCAing is a good way to do it. Me, I'm more of a trader. And as I'm a trader, I like to buy in the dips. I like to look for the dips. And when you see a big candle coming down, you buy on the dip. And maybe it's once a week, maybe it's once every other day, whenever that happens. That's how I do mine. That's just what I look for. Sometimes I don't always catch the dip right. I mean, this could have been a dip there, could have bought right here, and then it ended up dipping a little further. Yeah, but I do the best I can. I haven't bought any Doge since the end of December. That's 6.9. And I was looking for 7.8, 7.9 as sort of the next buy target for Doge. So if I was going to add more Doge, we were watching this on the stream, or looking at this on the stream over the weekend, because there have been 5 hits on that 8-cent line with Doge. And so if Doge does trade back down and starts tempting that 8-cent line, that could be another buy time, would be that. But if you've got Bitcoin taking up to 25,000, up to 28,000, Doge is going to rise too. So you've got to ask yourself whether you think it's going to dip down and you think it's going to be a little bearish for a short term to buy on a dip, or is it just going to follow Bitcoin when Bitcoin goes? Because I don't see anything in Doge right now that is leading to some big gain right now. When things are quiet, though, sometimes Elon comes out with something, right? But I just don't see that right now. Hey, Diamond Jim, welcome, welcome. Mo Crypto, Doge is drafting BTC. Yep, just like those Daytona NASCARs. Yeah, big wrecks. The Daytona 500, if you were watching on Sunday, kind of a letdown at the end when the race is given to the leader and you don't even get that checkered flag. But congratulations to Ricky Stenhouse Jr. for winning the Daytona 500, because that certainly sets his year up. The first big race of the year, if you follow NASCAR. But yeah, the drafting happens, and we just follow along with a lot of this trading. So many times you'll see, because the crypto trading happens a lot with bots and a lot with market makers, and when you see these candles, they'll be typically the same kind of candles you'll see on all of these. So you'll get green, green, red, green, and then you'll get green, green, red, green. Let's see what ETH is. Looks like it's 4 greens. That red one is just a little bit green, green, red, green. So yeah, they kind of all trade together for the most part. But then you get a few of them that take off on their own. Solana had gone on a big run earlier and is kind of retracing down, but still green, green, red, green. That red was just a little bit more. And Hedera is kind of coming down from its big high that it had last week when it went on this huge run. So any sort of negative trading is pushing it down a little faster. And then we see this with VeChain tonight, because VeChain went on this big run up. I mean, this just in the past 3 days, VeChain went up 35%. Big run for VeChain. I think this is mostly the Asian markets, and you see what times they are. They're in the mornings of the Asian markets. You see these big green candles on VeChain. So great for VeChain. If you're in VeChain, that's good. To the moon. I seriously contemplated trading my Doge today. That's a choice you need to make and what you want to do for your crypto. But for me and what I'm doing, again, not financial advice, I just tell you what I'm doing. I'm holding my Doge and I'm looking to buy more on dips, but I'm also diversifying too, getting into other projects. Just comparatively right now, they're just kind of going sideways. So is it a good buy? Is it good to buy sheep? I bought some sheep back here. So I got into the sheep business and I'm up a little bit on my sheep, but I bought in these few little things. This was I had to delete that. That was a target that it didn't hit. We were looking for maybe another dip down. It hit it a little bit later. But I was good with these 3 buys. And so I'm up a little bit on that. I would probably, personally, I wouldn't buy any more. I'd be waiting till it came back down this level. If there was a big drop, but I'm happy with my sheep stash now. I've got my eyes set on some other coins instead of sheep. So we will see. Ron likes sheep almost as much as Dogecoin. That's good. Jack thinks sheep will run sooner than Doge. I kind of think so too. But then we've got all this excitement about this Shibarium thing. And when you've got so many people that are certain that something's going to happen, it usually doesn't. It's usually the opposite. So yeah, so we have to be careful with that kind of thing. So Dronko, to me, the sell-off is more possible than another run with sheep, given that 50% gain. Yep, we could see that. We could see a little pump and then a big sell-off, which we had back here. I mean, on sheep, that's what we had. We had this run and then a big sell-off dropping down. And we could see something like that, this kind of action happen again. When you dip, we all dip. LTC, why was Litecoin dropping today? I don't know, Justin. The halving is supposed to happen in August, which you would think is a good bullish sign. Typically with Bitcoin, we think of the halving as being bullish, but usually it's afterwards because that's how Bitcoin is trading. I don't think there's really been a lot of news made about Litecoin and its halving before, but Litecoin has just been trading down. So Doge going sideways, Litecoin trading down. I don't know why that is. I tried to look online to see if there was any news about that, and there's relatively no news about Litecoin. So I don't know. I don't know why Litecoin was trading down, but yes, come August time, when the Litecoin halving happens, we could see a lot more volume of in the trading come this summer on Litecoin. So there could be some more volatility in Litecoin then. Buy the dip is in the house. Is this my full-time job, Bill? No, it's not. This is what I do for fun. I'm an architect. That's my job. And today I had the day off because of the holiday here in the United States. So being in Boston, it's good to get out. It was 62 degrees in Boston today. On February 20th, which is just unheard of. We're just breaking records with these warm temperatures. So was out on Newberry Street and had a nice Asian bowl of noodles at Wen's, and went into the Nike store and went into this place called Johnny Cupcakes, which is a fun place. You'd think they sell cupcakes. No, they sell T-shirts. But they have the thing set up like it's a bakery. Kind of a fun place. Newberry Comics went in, and then what was that clothes store? That was a good clothes store that we went in. What was that? Uniqlo. The Uniqlo store. It's a pretty cool clothes store. So that was my day today because I had the day off. And Doge was just trading sideways. So there was nothing going on in crypto. It just sideways trading today. So Bitcoin, yeah, a few green. On the hourly, we got a few green here. So coming up to 24,937. So yeah, we will see how that goes. I'm going to put a Shiba Inu dog on my race cars. Promote Doge and Sheeb on your race cars. You've got race cars, Ron? Cool. Cool. Hey, how's it going, William? Is your Doge safe on Webull? Will Webull do a Doge wallet? Or are they on more of the basic default? So what I'm going to be doing a whole bit on exchanges later this week, but on Webull, safety, since Webull does stocks and crypto, I certainly believe in it a lot more than, something that was just doing crypto. So that's in Webull's favor. Webull's very much like Robinhood. I like the Webull charts that are better on an app. So if you're going to be just trading on your phone and not using your desktop, I think that app is really great, and you get to see the price point, and your default is your limit order when you're making your purchases or your sales, instead of Robinhood, which defaults to a market order. So I like Webull for all of that. I am a supporter of Webull, and I have a link in the description below for joining Webull. And use my link, and you get some free stocks. Or right now, I think they're still doing that free crypto promo, so you can check that out with Webull. Webull also has a desktop app for charting, which is very good. I use a lot more of TradingView than the Webull one, just because I've just been using TradingView so long. And they are beta testing wallets. And I think the Webull wallets are going to be very similar to what Robinhood has. I don't think they're going to be giving you your keys for individual wallets. I think it's going to be a wallet system that's going to allow you to transfer your crypto off or on to the Webull platform. So that's what I've heard about Webull. But I think it's a great platform for trading both stocks and crypto very well. And that's on Webull. That's where I bought all my Tesla stock, was on Webull. And I've got some Doge and some ETH and some Sheeb and a few other things on Webull as well. So I've got a good chunk on Webull with both stocks and Doge. So hey Martin, BTC at 25. Oh, it's getting close. Getting close. Let's look on the 15-minute. Let's zoom in here. 24,995. We're right there. We're right there, Martin, with Bitcoin. Right there. Oh, Dadraco, you're a mechanical engineer. Cool. Yeah, I hire mechanical engineers to help me. Sometimes I help them get things right in terms of where the ductwork goes and where the grills go and all that stuff, because I'm a little particular. So here we are, 25,000 Bitcoin right here live on the stream. We made it. Could get rejected, go back down, but we'll see. We will see about that. Yeah, Boston's great. Love Boston. Thanks, Justin. Love the channel. Can't stand some of the crypto influencers out there that are not very transparent. Yeah. Hey, Snoop. What's up, Bull Run? Welcome. What's happening? Yeah, Webull has the best charts. If you're trading on your phone, Webull is the best on the phone. So they've got good rewards programs too. Yep. You got a free share of Google for signing up a friend of yours. Yep. So if you join, then you can get other people to join as well and get rewards. Yeah, they're giving out Google shares. So again, I've got a link below to Webull if any of you guys want to check that out. Did I miss your question, Snoop Cog? You said you had a question, and I don't see it. So drop your question in the chat, and I'll get to it. Justin says, I have the beta Webull wallet. Getting an error message, trying to move Litecoin from Webull to Robinhood. I have not. I'm not on the beta for Webull. I didn't sign up for it, so I need to check that out. Do you think you are far down the rabbit hole? Oh. Whatever. Ron, hey, yeah, we raced 600 lap race on a half-mile dirt track. Cool. Mesquite, Texas. Good luck with that. Sounds like fun, though. Sounds like fun racing. Fun racing going on. So is Bitcoin just going to get rejected like it did here again at 25,000 and come back down or not? We will watch that. That's more exciting right now than just about anything going on in crypto is this Bitcoin movement. So we will watch that. I am going to get to a few other articles here. Is there a chance for Dogecoin to rally? We'll be looking at that. And we'll also be looking at, Doge has this 8.5 cent support. Is he going to retest it before moving up to a new range or not? We will see. But right now we've got Bitcoin making a move. So we're going to stick on the Bitcoin chart here for a bit. Pays 25,000 to win. Well, good luck. It won't pump for a couple of days, go back down on the weekend. Yeah, we'll see next weekend. There's some economic data coming out later this week, I think on Friday, that could be some indicators that could affect the stock market. A lot of it's going to depend this week on the stock market and how the stock market is trading. Crypto typically follows that during the week. We've got a short stock trading week this week, Tuesday through Friday. So I think there's going to be some correlation we're going to see. So we'll be looking at that tomorrow. I'll be on live tomorrow night at 9 o'clock again. So we'll see how the day went trading there on Tuesday. So come back and join. For those that are here now, please appreciate it if you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. I'm coming on live every night now, 9 o'clock Eastern Coast time, Boston time where I am. We'll be talking about different cryptos, and we'll be covering exchanges later this week. I'm not quite sure whether that's going to be Tuesday or Wednesday. Kind of depends on what's going on in the markets. If things are pretty quiet, I'll do it on Tuesday. Otherwise, I'll delay it. But we're going to be talking about some different exchanges this week, and had a little taste of Webull tonight. Thanks for the question, Justin, because and the info, because that's important in understanding where you guys are doing your trading. Because you want to make sure that you're trading safe as well as holding your crypto safe. So we'll be looking that as well. Hey, Snoop, the BTC will go to 27K. Whale friends will sell for a specific meme coin the market will know about soon enough. Okay, we will wait for that and see. So I gave you a little platform here, okay? And we will wait and see. Yeah, it looks like we are holding above 25,000 so far. But we could end up having one of these wicks here, so we'll watch it. And whether Bitcoin can stay above 25. Quickly looking down my watch list here, we've got Matic doing a move. So we've got big green candle for Matic. We've got the VTHOR token has been moving up. And Crow is continuing to move up. So Crow is making a second leg up here. So that is good. And Ethereum Classic was the other one we were watching, but it's retracing. So that's interesting. Bitcoin's still going up, but Ethereum Classic is retracing down. That's kind of interesting. Typically, they follow each other. So, yeah, but this is a strong Bitcoin move here tonight. So we'll see whether this holds here. Bitcoin to 30K, bull run, let's go. Yeah, don't get too hyped. We don't know. We don't know. Thank you, Justin. Appreciate it. Ron as well. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by. The other thing we were looking at was the DXY, because the DXY is still around 104. So that's trading again now because it's the night before the stock market's going. So, DXY right around 104. This is kind of a key point. If we see the DXY going up, that might be bad for the markets. Typically seems to be this reverse correlation there. So we'll see how that goes with the DXY. But that will be for tomorrow. Meanwhile, gold is pretty much trading sideways. So gold is in this very sort of stable pattern right now. We'll see what happens to gold tomorrow. There's going to be this, Vladimir Putin is going to be making a speech. A lot of indications that there could be some more escalation of war, and the markets really don't like uncertainty around war. So that's one thing that's kind of hanging out there. So we'll see how that goes. He probably wasn't very happy that Joe Biden went to Kiev, Ukraine today. So we'll just see how that plays out. That's kind of the geopolitical landscape that could be a little questionable. So we will see there. Well, Doge tried to make a little move up, came up to 8.88 and was rejected back down. But Bitcoin is still moving up. 25,092. Are Putin and Biden getting married? No, but it certainly looked like Biden and Zelensky were getting married. Did you see that photo of them embracing today? Oh my gosh. Don't want to get into too many politics on this channel, though. We're just talking crypto. We only talk about politics on how it affects crypto. That's what we talk about, just how it affects the trading. So there we are. I don't know if Bitcoin's going to make 25,100. We shall see. But looks like Doge is coming back down. What was Algorand doing? We get some green on Algorand coming back up. Algorand was up above 29 cents earlier. And for those that don't know, I own a lot of Algorand, so that's why I look at the Algorand chart. If you haven't been following me for that long, I got a boatload of Algo. So Algo to $1. I would be happy with that. I'll be happy with that. And the other one we were going to talk about was Matic, because Matic has been on a run, and here is Matic. Matic went on a huge run, retrace, but tonight Matic coming back up. And the article on Matic is Polygon is poised to overtake Bitcoin, and that's not in terms of total market cap. I'll show you what that is. Matic overtook Dogecoin. Matic is now ranked number 9, and mass adoption is imminent. That's right. Polygon might only be a few days or a week away from going head-to-head with Bitcoin in price performance. This is about Matic rolling out this new ZK EVM upgrade. And what they're talking about on the chart here is it's a Matic BTC pairing. So if we go Matic BTC, we can see that pairing between Matic and BTC. A lot of people look at these pairings because a lot of people trade back and forth between different cryptocurrencies. So this is Matic to BTC. We go to the daily and we see that it came up to 6.2 here, and we zoom out, and this is about where we were, up to about 6.5 in November, and you keep zooming out. And this was the all-time high, which was back in May of 2021, again, when Matic was 6.5. So what they're talking about, and then before that, it wasn't even close. What they're talking about is the possibility that this Matic run could move up and continue up and break that all-time high that Matic has had before in its relationship to Bitcoin. That's what that's about. So good, strong trading for Matic for those that are into Polygon. I don't own any. That's not one that I was trading, but I'm doing well on my portfolio. I got a few that are a little laggard, but overall, doing okay. So where are we now? Looks like we got a red candle on the 15-minute. Oops, get rid of that. Yeah, so we'll see if Bitcoin can hold 25,000 during this retracement here, whether that's going to hold or not. So we'll take a look at that. Looks like Matic is number 8. We'll have to take a look. See what CoinMarketCap says. Yeah, it passed BUSD. Yeah, so BUSD is going to drop because they're not going to mint any more BUSD. So as we see the rest of these currencies go up, BUSD is going to drop down. And I talked about that the other night. So it looks like Matic has overtaken it. And so Doge needs to come up and overtake it as well, so Doge can get back into 9th. And Matic has his sights set on Cardano next. Remember when Dogecoin was above Cardano? Charles Hoskinson was so pissed. He was so pissed that the meme coin was above his beloved Cardano. Oh, yeah. But yeah, we'll see BUSD will drop down with all of the activity last week with Paxos and the SEC, and so we're not going to be seeing any more BUSD. It'll be interesting to see what Binance does in terms of stablecoins going forward. They still support USDT on their platform because I do USDT trading on Binance.us. That's how you buy SHIB on Binance US is with Tether. So you have to have USDT in order to buy SHIB. And that's just how Binance trades SHIB on their platform. So very interesting. We'll see. We'll be watching BUSD and see how that market cap and circulating supply changes. But it's not going to be going up anymore. You're not going to see this 12.8 is going to be the maximum for BUSD. Looks like Bitcoin dropped back below 25K. Rejected again, guys. Rejected again. You got out of Cardano? I've got some Cardano. I bought it at $1.17, and I don't like to sell for a loss. I did pick up a little more at a lower price that I am in profit on, but $1.17, that's a long ways away. It's at 40 cents now. So I got to see a 3x on Cardano before I sell any, because I just don't sell for losses. I'm stubborn that way, but so we'll see. But I've been holding on to VeChain for so long because I had VeChain up at 20 cents. It's still at 3. Harmony One, I had up at 20 cents and it's at 2.7 because I was buying that stuff back during the bull market, all up here. So got a long ways to go to make that back. And I was buying on the dips. I probably bought Harmony like right there. Bought a bunch of Harmony on that dip because it had come all the way up to 36 cents. And it dropped back down to like 23, 22. I was like, that's a great buying opportunity right there. November of 2021. And it went up and down. I was in the profit for a while, didn't take profits, and then the bear market happened. So, yeah, I got a long ways to go to see my profit back, but it's staked and I'm earning more one tokens through the staking. It's just going to be a long time before that comes up there. And I haven't bought any more of Harmony One. And, if I would have bought it, back here in December when it dropped below a penny, I'd be up over double, but I was buying Algorand then instead of Harmony One because I didn't know what Harmony One was going to come back like that. But I'm happy with the algo. It's up like 65% here. If I put my scale on there, 75% right there. So that's a good start. But as you guys know, if you've been watching me, I'll go to $1, and $1, I mean, it was way up higher. It was up over $2, but I'm just looking at $1 right now before I take some profits. So that's still like almost a 4x from here. But from where I bought, it's over a 5x. And then we'll take a little profit, probably roll that into Bitcoin. And then we'll see where it goes from there. I think a lot of it's going to depend on this whole bull market cycle, what's going on with that. There'll be a lot of talk about that, certainly. When's the next bull market? But it's not tonight, guys. Bitcoin rejected again, touches over 25,000 and then gets rejected back down. Bum, 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 bum. Hey, Martin, will the SEC go after Binance staking like they did Kraken? Well, they can certainly ask and see what was going on with the reserves. Kraken was playing games. And although the president or head of Kraken, I forget the guy's name, came out on Twitter and made some statement about all he had to do was sign some form to say that he was giving out rewards, then everything would have been okay. While others have looked into it and have determined that they were taking clients' assets and doing stuff with it. That's the problem. CZ says it's all good, but the Dogecoin community on Twitter has been all over CZ about showing proof of reserves for the Dogecoin that is traded on the Binance platform, and they haven't been able to do it. And it's been months and months and months. So we don't know. The other thing is SEC can't go after Binance because Binance doesn't trade in the United States. Binance US does, which is my link right there, because I trade on Binance US and I do have some staking on there. That's where I have Harmony One and that's where I have VeChain. I bought them on Binance US and they're staked. And I certainly would not like to see that become a problem. But all Kraken had to do was pay a fine. So they're okay. And everybody's coins are still safe, or tokens, that whatever is staked on there is okay. But they have to de-stake it all, because that was sort of the agreement that Kraken made with the SEC, is like, okay, we agree we won't do any more staking. And it's going to take like a couple months for that to get everything unstaked, particularly the Ethereum. Everyone who had Ethereum staked, you can't unstake it yet until this, Shanghai upgrade comes out sometime in March. So all of that'll play out, and then that will be it for staking on Kraken. Could the SEC do the same thing with Binance.us? Maybe they could take a look at it and see whether Binance US can prove that they have the reserves and aren't playing any games with clients' assets. That wouldn't surprise me for them to do that. And I would hate to have to unstake my Harmony and my VeChain that I've had on there for almost 2 years, but because I've been earning some nice tokens there. Like I've got a lot of VeThor tokens out of my VeChain staking, a lot of VeThor tokens. And that was a nice benefit of that. So yeah, with VeChain pumping too. Glad you got more before the pump. That's good. I'm happy with my VeChain and VeThor that I've had, but didn't see these Asian markets just piling more into crypto. And it looks like Hong Kong now is going to be sort of that entity of China where it's going to be legal to trade crypto, even though we already know a lot of people in China trade crypto already. So that's all very strong, very good for crypto overall. And we see that a lot of trading of certain coins happen when the Asian markets are open, particularly VeChain. So they should pay that fine back to the investors who are staking. Yeah, what does the SEC do with money that they get, right, that are paid in fines? I mean, the SEC isn't a for-profit business. So when these fines are where does the money go? Just goes into the US Treasury and then ends up making weapons that get sent over to Ukraine. I mean, crazy, right? Crazy. So a little disappointing here with Bitcoin here. We were going to have some excitement, right? Coming up over 25,000. And now we may even drop below 24.9. Big red candle rejection yet again. We're not in a bull market, guys. And so where's Doge? Yep, rejected as well. So that's what we see. Yeah, so guys, that's it for tonight. It looks like we had one little nice run there with Bitcoin. We had some others following, and it just didn't happen. Not for now. That doesn't mean it might later on go and take off again. But right now, it just looks like that was the attempt to break above, and it just got rejected down. We'll all get to the moon, Bull Run. Soon enough, we'll all get to the moon. But it's going to take a little while. We've got all these geopolitical tensions still happening. We still have high inflation. We still have raising interest rates. That's going to come in another week. We'll be talking about that again with Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve and what they're doing on that. This R word, recession, still keeps being thrown around. So yeah, still a lot of headwinds to get through. So not really bull market time yet for the crypto, but we've been having some good runs for the past month and a half, which has been great to see for crypto, because that bear market in 2022 was bad. But let's hope that this kind of sideways trading, which can just go on and on, doesn't continue. And we may be able to see some dips. So that outlook that we were looking at for picking up some coins on dips, we could see that coming for those that trade like I do, buying on the dips. That's how I trade, and I'll let you guys know what I'm buying when I'm buying it. So come back again tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. We'll be gearing up again to see how things are going, talking about Doge, other cryptos, and the markets overall. So thank you all. Again, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. I'm going to be turning on the 24/7 Dogecoin chart. Will be on right after this. As soon as I get all of this shut down, I'll bring that chart back up so you can go in and take a look at the Doge chart at any time. Enjoy the music. Leave a message in the chat. Certainly appreciate the support from everyone. And we'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.